at this point, after 25 years, we're ready for phase two. And what is that? Well, I think we're still understanding it. We're still grappling with it and asking the Lord. But a big part of it is the Lord blowing our minds with a much bigger understanding of what is missions. And the church has kind of wrestled with that question for 2,000 years. But we're at a point now where we had a definition of missions that was good, but I think it was still only partial. And what we've been trying to understand and trying to grasp the implications of more recently is this word to go to make disciples of the nations. Now, we had a geographical definition of missions up until now. In other words, to get into every country and also to reach every people group. And that needs to remain our primary focus. It is still the greatest injustice in the world is that so many people groups have not ever heard the gospel in a way that they can understand. So that needs to be our first goal. It's our immediate priority. But we're also seeing that the Lord is preparing us to teach the nations. And we're seeing so many examples of this in so many different ways in different continents. For example, the governor of a province in southern Russia contacted the churches and he said, we're having so many problems here. Can't you people do something about this? Because he'd observed that the churches were solid. They had together families. They didn't have the crime problems that was there in the rest of society. He said, we need you to teach us how to better run our nation, our province. And the churches replied, well, we don't know what to say, but we think you should contact Youth with a Mission because they talk about this. So they contacted YWAM, and our UofN school leaders had some speakers who they could immediately take into these government contexts. In the first need they wanted was how to organize a family. What about family? Why are our families such a mess? So we had UofN speakers able to address that question immediately. Now this is one small part of Russia, but we're seeing examples of this over and over in different parts of the world. The Lord is opening doors. He's showing us that He's been preparing us for this a long time, and now we need to step up to that challenge and get a bigger idea of what He wants to do in missions and all the different levels and spheres He wants to move in.